Um, so I finally came to the conclusion. I said, okay, this is the real person.
Yeah.
So I decided to make peace with her, and I did. And now she's in um, almost every single shared lucid dream. Actually, she's been in every single shared lucid dream that Raven Knight and I have had.
Interesting. I'd like to comment too because I
Mhm.
did meet Celine in a non-lucid dream, and
Yeah.
I was at a table with you, and you were teasing me about guitar. In your dream, you said it was Guitar Hero, but in my dream, you were teasing me about playing punk guitar, and I don't play punk guitar. But anyway, yeah, I saw her. She's gorgeous, and in that dream, she was staring at me, but her face would kind of luminesce as if she was trying to
Mm.
burn her image into my mind so that I would
Yeah.
remember. Now, was she doing that to you at all in any
You know, the
dreams?
crazy thing is, I didn't look into her face for a long time, but I always knew it was her. I think it was kind of like a fear thing. I can't describe it very well. It's I mean, I think you can understand how I guess you know what it was is well, I didn't really want to believe all of it was true, and I
Right.
felt like if I really looked into her face, then I would absolutely have to believe it.
Right.
But yeah, she actually never did that to me. But one of Raven Knight's dream lovers did that to me a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
Um, I forgot the name that she perceives him as, Basara or something. But he's a bard like Raven and uses music for magic and as a healer. But yeah, he did the same thing. That was crazy because his, or at least the way I perceived his eyes are really light, white, pale blue um, irises with spiraling pupils.
Interesting. Yeah. And I do recall reading a dream of yours where you actually tried to find out if Celine had a physical body here on this earth. Does she?
No, I had a theory that I just wanted to believe that was true, and my theory was that she's a dreamer with a physical form,
Yeah.
just like you and I,
Right.
and Raven Knight and everyone else on here, but but she was just non-lucid.
Right.
So in a meditation, I asked her her name and stuff, and I found and like where do you live, and I found the name of a veterinarian in Washington State,
Yeah.
and where she said she lived, or at least the impression I got was actually a 45-minute drive away from this veterinarian's office, and then
Fascinating.
yeah, uh, so that night. I tried to make Celine lucid, and she did not become lucid. She um, went into this crazy hypnotic trance, and
Yeah.
you know, later on, I figured out that for some reason she was chose that woman to try and reconnect with me. I don't know why in Washington, but I told her, no, I don't want you to do that anymore. You don't have to do that. We can just be together here. And I've actually felt her, and I heard her talking to me once
Yeah.
um, while I was awake.
Right.
Uh, like, I mean, very vividly. It's happened to me a few times, but there is ones where it's very vivid and just kind of like feeling a sense of like an embrace, things like that. It's like when you feel kind of negative energy and you get the chills,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah. Well, I know sometimes when I'm in my bed at night, drifting off to sleep, I feel something like a presence come into my room actually, and kind of
Mhm.
curl up beside me, and I feel that it's female. Actually, it creeps the hell out
Mhm.
of me. I think I'm going nuts sometimes, to tell you the truth.
You're not.
Yeah. So anyway, I know that it's not a one-man show with you with Share Dreaming, and that Raven Knight is a huge part of that. So, could you tell me about some of the dreams, some of the shared dreams that you and Raven Knight have had, and how it's brought you, close as friends on Dream Views?
Well, Raven Knight has had way more shared lucid dreams than me. She's much more advanced. And I didn't have any shared lucid dreams before her, but she did.
Right.
Multiple times, and has been in touch with her spirit guides and been very, open to them. Whereas I have only been open recently. So, she probably didn't want to say this, but she's kind of mentoring me, and she's taught me some dream skills, such as teleportation, multiplying myself, and summoning weapons. And yeah, we fought each other just for fun.
Yeah.
A couple times, and both times she kicked my ass. So.
Yeah. Although we both know you just let her win, right?
Yeah, but the funny thing is, I don't know what she looks like physically. She knows what I look like physically because I sent her a video of me playing didgeridoo because she was interested in seeing it. But
Okay.
you don't need to know what someone physically looks like to recognize them, because in the dream world, they're not necessarily going to look like how they physically look.
Exactly, and it's
Waking life.
it's more a feeling and their energy. Energy plays a huge part in the dreaming
Yeah.
world. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. And the way I always perceive Raven Knight is as a woman wearing all white pants,
Yeah.
white leather boots, a white tunic, and a white cape and cowl.
A white. Now, actually, that sounds very familiar. A while ago, I did have a dream that I asked you about, where there was someone that I couldn't see their face. Of course, Raven Knight, I don't think remembered this dream, but yeah, I definitely remember that description, and that I couldn't see her face, and yeah, so maybe that was her. I don't know. Who knows?
Interesting. Yeah, and I haven't. It was really hard for me to see her face for some reason for a while, and then one time while we were on our spaceship, or my spaceship, I don't remember, one of our spaceships, I looked at her face, and her eyes were changing colors.
Huh.
It was pretty cool.
Interesting. So, I'm going to shift gears just a little bit, and I want you to tell me about the Tooth. You've seen him, Raven's seen him, even the Cusp may have seen him.
Yeah. Well, the Tooth is a after I experienced just dream battles just in one dream. I decided to write a dream battle tutorial on Dream Views just because there was nothing like it.
Yeah.
And I know I was inexperienced, but I was like, apparently Raven Knight and I are trailblazers, at least in the Western world,
Yeah.
So I fought her, I fought Celine, I fought the Cusp, but he doesn't remember. I fought my lines, he doesn't remember that either, and I fought another character that was calling himself Shift from the forums. I'm Shift from the forums, but I don't think it was her either. Though the Cusp and my lines, I really do think it was them. So after that, this creature kept appearing in front of me, this revolting creature that looked like a skeleton with no flesh over him, but just this papery, thin, purple skin.
Right.
An empty right eye socket, an eyeball hanging off of his cheek, a huge, impossibly huge right fist, and he walked with a limp. And he would keep attacking me and doing like disgusting things, which I found out was a tactic of his, just because it was a way to get someone's attention, right?
Right.
Is just by being disgusting.
Yeah.
So and he called himself Tooth. I knew that I knew that he was a real person because the way you can tell if a person is real in the dream world is a real person won't